Jose, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner it wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you. Hey y'all, this is Rusty Pfluger here. Just wishing y'all a happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, and I hope y'all have a good time. Hope y'all are lighting off some fireworks and barbecuing and seeing parades and what have you. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave. And this is one of my favorite holidays of all time. 4th of July, I love lighting things on fire, sending them off into the sky and hearing big old booms and bangs. And it's like a war zone where I live. It's kind of crazy. It gets a little bit out of hand sometimes, but it's all in good fun. And Independence Day, celebrate your independence. Eat your potato salad and your good old hot dogs and hamburgers and what have you. I'm going to be celebrating with some Roman candles and some bottle rockets and maybe some mortars. I don't really like the firecrackers. The fuse on them things are too short. You got to really watch where you're throwing them, and that can blow your dang fingers off. One of my uncles had his whole dang pinky finger and his ring finger blown off from one of them, what are they, M80s or something? One of them big old firecrackers, the illegal ones that you can only buy if you're using them for agricultural purposes. As they say, you got to sign a waiver and everything. So we got some of those. We're going to be scaring away birds, if you know what I mean, and having a good old time. So be safe, don't blow your fingers off, and have a good old time out there. We used to have Roman candle wars where we'd split up into 2 teams, and one team would have a batch of Roman candles, and the other team would have another batch of Roman candles, and each person would grab a couple, and we'd shoot them at each other, and kind of like a paintball, but with Roman candles. Which, if you don't know what a Roman candle is, it's a stick that shoots out these flaming balls of fire, and if you get hit by one, it might sting you a little bit, but you got to really be good at dodging, and you can see them coming from about a mile away. So I mean, it's kind of hard to get hit by them, and they kind of bounce off the ground. I mean, if you just like jump around and stuff, you might get hit, but that's the name of the game. So Roman candle wars are fun, but you got to be careful. Don't be lighting things on fire or letting things blow up in your face. So and then you got your sparklers. Your sparklers are fun. I mean, you can like act like you're writing your name in the sky and what have you. Our ice cream man used to sell poppers, and what poppers are is they're like basically like gunpowder or something that comes in like a little, they're all wrapped up in like a little ball, and you just throw them at the ground, and then they pop and spark a little bit. And so those are cool. Those and the sparklers are good for the little kids. And then for the big boys, you got to get your mortars, light the fuse, and then you drop it down into the tube, and then it shoots up, and that's where you get your big explosions, your big like professional looking fireworks. Those are called mortars. So check those out at your local tent. And what else are good? So Roman candles, mortars, bottle rockets. Bottle rockets are kind of like firecrackers on a stick, really. So you can stick them in the ground or stick them into a bottle, like a beer bottle or something. I think that's why they call them bottle rockets. And then you light the fuse. You hang the fuse out of the beer bottle, light the fuse, and then they go shooting up into the sky and make a little pop and a little spark. They're not as big as the mortars, But they're a lot of fun to shoot off. You can try to get fancy with it and like set up about 3 of them in a beer bottle, whole bouquet of bottle rockets, and then light the fuses at the same time if you're good, if you get good at it, and then just shoot them all up at once. So that's fun to do. And yeah, with the mortars, you gotta light that fuse. It's got kind of a long fuse, but you light it and then you just run away and wait for it to shoot out of that tube, and then you get a big old fountain of fireworks. It's awesome, man. Beware the mortars. Sometimes they blow up in the tube, so you don't want to stand anywhere near the base of the tube. You don't want to stand anywhere near the base of that tube, because if it blows up in the tube, that radius of that fountain of fireworks is pretty darn big up in the sky, so that'll be blowing up on the ground if you're not careful. If sometimes they just malfunction, they don't want to shoot up for some reason or other, and then it just blows up the tubing and everything. Once you set off your mortar, once you light your mortar, you want to run, head for the hills a little bit, run back about, I'll say maybe about 10-20 yards, and you'll be good. Or, I don't know, don't take my word for it, shit, I don't know. But anywho, mortars are kind of dangerous that way. I wouldn't suggest firecrackers. I don't know, they're not really my forte. They're not really my cup of tea. If you're 18 or older, you can sign the waiver and get you some illegal fireworks, if you know what I mean. If the cops ask, tell them you're using them for agricultural purposes, which you are. You're scaring away the birds from the crops and what have you in the neighborhood. So be safe. Have a happy 4th of July. Have a great Independence Day. This is God Bless America. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America. Till next time, this has been Rusty Pfluger, over and out.